What are your secrets to living a happy life?
Doing me. Creating boundaries has been a thing for me. Since I'm retired now, it's been a big thing because I've never really done that before. It's always been for everybody else. Yeah. And I guess being a social worker had a lot to do with it as well. So creating those boundaries and trying to keep stress at a minimum, I know it sounds like, just catching cliche phrases, but that's what's been working for me. And, just trying to see something positive, even in the negative, that helps.
What's something that's making you really happy right now?
What's making me happier is that, I guess, the whole thing about not giving a fuck and just being like really free. My job that I retired from, I was a deputy director. That was very stressful. But I didn't see it for what it was, because when you're in it, it was just work, do. And it was just a lot. And, when you give yourself time to pause and really think about shit, it's like, I gave more there than I gave for myself. So now it's all about advocating for me. I'm advocating for people. So I'm advocating for me now. Yeah.
Amazing. If you could go back and be 20 again, what would you do differently, or what would you tell yourself?
I think I would have, because I had my first daughter when I got pregnant at 18, and I was in college. I was in my first year of college, and I stopped. Yeah. And I think that I would have rather had just continued on, even being pregnant, but there was so much stigma, attached to it, particularly with my family, that I just didn't, because I would have gotten my master's and everything much sooner. So that's the only regret, really. And that maybe that I came out sooner and really was able to find my true self. Those two. What's important to me is not so much the exterior. That has something to do with it. Aesthetics are nice, but I see beauty differently now, when I was younger, a lot of it had to do with aesthetics and how someone looked, how they spoke, how they dressed. As I got older, those things just, I'm more interested in the person's heart and the spirit now. That's what moves me, particularly with women, because we have such strong spirits and hearts. So,
Do you give a fuck about what people think about you?
I'm too old for that shit. Even when no, really, I think I cared more when I was younger and really wasn't too comfortable in my own skin, But I think having children early just kind of brought out the warrior in me. It changed a lot for me. Being a single mom changed a hell of a lot more for me. So, I don't care. Growing up, many moons ago, it wasn't as acceptable, and certainly not with African Americans. And certainly, my mom really didn't know, but kind of knew. My children know and very accepting. But coming from that and seeing Stonewall when I was younger and all that, I have more pride now than I think. No, I know I have more pride now about who I am than when I was younger and wasn't really quite sure. Even having kids, I really wasn't quite sure. But again, I don't know. I just found the courage to say, this is what I want. This is who I am. And
do you have a list?
A list?
Like a
checkoff list?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to be somebody that I can have a conversation with, because before I didn't give a shit about conversing. It didn't matter in the beginning.
Before it was quantity over quality.
Yeah, and now it's can we have an intelligent conversation? We can click romantically, and I can be attracted to you and all that. But if you don't have a certain level of intelligence, no.
How do you deal with your inner critic, if you have one?
I do have one. She's fierce, and sometimes it brings me to a halt. Like now, I'm dealing with her, checking in, saying, "Are you sure you want to do this? You know where you stand politically, because Florida and Mr. Desanitize, they just need to desanitize him and all this." However, I'm very comfortable with who I am. I'm firm in my politics and my beliefs. You know, I don't have issues with gays. I'm gay. I don't have issues with that. I uphold all women. I don't care what color they are. If you're a woman and you're positive, I'm there for you. And of course, racism. You know, I've lived that. So yeah.